The mysterious death of Günther Stoll in 1984 has remained one of the most perplexing unsolved cases in German criminal history. Known simply as the YOG'TZE case, it combines eerie behavior, cryptic writing, and a deadly car crash that raised more questions than it answered. Decades later, true crime enthusiasts and investigators still puzzle over what happened to the 34-year-old food engineer from Anzhausen. This case has all the hallmarks of a chilling mystery: a strange premonition, an indecipherable clue, a car crash with missing witnesses, and unexplained injuries. Despite various theories, from psychological breakdown to secret intelligence operations, no definitive conclusion has ever been reached. Günther Stoll was an unemployed food engineer living in Anzhausen, West Germany, with his wife. Described as intelligent but troubled, Stoll had reportedly been suffering from bouts of paranoia in the months leading up to his death. He frequently told his wife that they were after him, though he never explained who they were or why they might want to harm him. His wife dismissed these claims as delusions, possibly symptoms of mental illness. Stoll had no known enemies, no history of criminal activity, and no associations with any dangerous groups. Yet his conviction that he was being watched only intensified as time went on. On the evening of October 25, 1984, Stoll was at home when he suddenly exclaimed, "Now it's happening!" before scribbling the sequence, YOG'TZE, onto a piece of paper. What this sequence means remains one of the greatest enigmas of the case. Immediately after writing it, Stoll left the house, got into his car, and drove off. He first went to a local pub, where he ordered a beer and promptly fainted without having drunk it. Witnesses reported that he did not appear drunk, but was clearly disturbed. After regaining consciousness, he left the bar and vanished into the night. Several hours later, at around 3 a.m., on October 26, two truck drivers discovered a badly crashed Volkswagen Golf in a ditch near the A45 Autobahn, close to the town of Hagen. Inside was a naked and severely injured Günther Stoll. He was still alive and managed to utter a few cryptic words to the truckers before dying on the way to the hospital. Stoll's injuries were shocking. While the crash appeared serious, investigators found that some of his wounds, particularly the multiple broken bones, were not consistent with the accident. Medical examiners determined that he had likely been struck by a vehicle elsewhere and then placed naked in his own car. The oddest part? There were no signs of blood in the driver's seat, but plenty in the passenger seat and surrounding area. It appeared someone else had driven the car to the crash site and tried to stage the scene. Adding to the confusion, the paper with YOG'TZE was never found. Before dying, Stoll reportedly told the truckers that there had been 4 people in the car with him, none of whom were his friends. He did not elaborate on who they were or what had happened. Police could find no trace of these individuals. In a later development, a woman came forward saying she had picked up a man matching Stoll's description earlier that night, giving him a ride in her car. He had been agitated and mumbling about fear and threats. She dropped him off near an intersection close to where the crash occurred. Some believe Stoll suffered a psychotic break. The writing of YOG'TZE, the erratic behavior, and the final events could all be symptoms of a deteriorating mental state. But this doesn't explain how he ended up with injuries inconsistent with a solo crash. A more sinister theory suggests that Stoll was abducted, beaten or run over elsewhere, and then placed back in his vehicle. This theory aligns with his claim of them coming after him. The motive, however, remains unclear. Some theorists believe Stoll stumbled onto something he shouldn't have, perhaps related to food safety, government secrets, or corporate fraud. YOG'TZE may have been a code or reference to something he was trying to expose. However, there's no hard evidence supporting this. Others have speculated that Stoll became an unwitting participant in a smuggling operation or criminal activity. This might explain why other people were with him and the mysterious movements that night. Again, there's no solid proof. To this day, no one knows what YOG'TZE means. Some believe it may be a miswritten abbreviation for a yogurt additive code, or a call sign from amateur radio. Others think it could be a word from a foreign language or a scrambled acronym. German police reopened the investigation multiple times but found no new leads.